I'm back with another video, and in today's video we have a cell phone. This is a Poco X5 5G cell phone. It's right in here. The exact model for this one is written right at the back. It's a big number. It's a model 221131 that indicates that's a Poco X5 5G. And in this video, the client brought this one is actually a little dirty here. And we're going to clean it up, and we're going to replace the screen. I can see that there's a nice bend to it too. We're going to try to straighten it up too a little bit, but it does look very curved out. So I don't know if I can put it around this line. You can see that curve right there. Right, so you can see the screen is broken, has a little corners broken and stuff like that. So we're going to replace this. I'm going to go over the tools that I'll be using for this service, and everything that I'll use will be linked in the video description. So first, you need a replacement screen. So I have my replacement screen right over here, brand new, with a cable connected. So we know right away the connection is on the bottom left side of the cell phone. Alright, so we got this one on hand. First, we need a workplace, a nice clean workplace. We're going to use a workshop towel to work on, because we're going to have a little part of the crystals. The screen can fall down, so we're going to work in here. You will need an opening tool. For the opening tool, I'll be using a guitar pick. I do not like using this traditional opening tools and stuff like that, because they have a really sharp corners, and like I can cut myself if I do it really hard with this one. But with an opening tool, there's no way I can cut myself with this at all. So I'd rather use the guitar pick. It's stronger and better. We are going to use a spatula, plastic one. A pair of the straight tweezers are good to have. And we are going to use an opening tool. A screwdriver set I'll be using. I picked the screwdriver set, as they have one of the best tool sets out there. We do need a glue to glue the new screen on. You can, let me see if I can find the one I had over here. Actually, I lost the one I had here. You can get a small T7000. It comes just like this. Is a B7000 or T7000 screw. I have the big one because we do a lot of screen replacement, or you can use get a small one-time use. And with all this on hand, we're going to get started. You need a toothbrush to clean the dust. Also, isopropyl alcohol is a must to have to remove adhesive without damaging the motherboard, anything like that. So use this one. Alright, so let's get into it and let's open it up. First, we're going to remove the SIM tray. So just grab your SIM tray opener and stick it right in there and pop it out. So we're going to put that to one side. Now that we're going to get it started, first we're going to remove the back cover here. Before we remove the back. Before we remove it, we're going to put a little bit of alcohol isopropyl on the cover on the corners, so the fumes from this alcohol will stop blending the adhesive underneath. And we're going to stick this opening tool in between the bottom cover right in the corner. Try to find a way to stick it right in there. So you can see even right in between there. Once it's in there, we're going to put a little alcohol, and that thing is going to go in there and it's going to blend the adhesive. And we're going to work ourselves all around. And we're going to drag it over, and we're going to move along here. As soon as you see it's now going to put a little alcohol on here and start dragging it gently. And I can see it's opening up easy. And we're going to put a little more. We're going to work all around in the corners and get to the back corner in here. And almost there. A little more. The alcohol is not bad. It's not going to destroy anything like that. Or create a short. I'm going to work it out in the corner. There we go. Now gently, we are going to fly it up, bring it up, and remove it. We're going to put this to one side. You can clean it up with some kind of liquid and just, or wash it up if you want to. All right, down here, we're gonna remove the screws from everywhere here, from the top to the bottom, and we're gonna try to fix this pen. So we're gonna disconnect the battery in here. In order to do that, let's go ahead and remove the screws. We're gonna use a Phillips 00 and remove the screws at the bottom. I'm gonna use a little magnet to pull them up really hard. All the screws are the same size and height, so don't worry about mismatching them. All right, let's go ahead and remove the screws on the top portion. There's a screw right under this warranty label, orange one, so you gotta poke through it and remove the screw which is right in here. We do need to remove this housing for the lens in order to get the screws underneath. So we're gonna put a little bit of the alcohol right on top. Don't worry, it's not gonna damage anything as long as it's a 98% alcohol. And we are gonna lift up this cover. Just gently poke it up and it will come out. I'm gonna use the tweezers to lift it up from this side. And there we go. So we're gonna put this lens cover face the way that we removed it, so the dust doesn't go inside the glass. And we gotta remove that one screw which was underneath. There we go. Now we are gonna disconnect the battery first. Let's remove this one. The battery connector is this one right over here. So you wanna grab a spatula and put it right underneath and lift it up like that. Disconnect this power on switch right in here. Lift it up like that. All right. So right now, what I'm gonna do first, let's go ahead and remove the bottom cover in here. In order to remove the bottom cover, first we need to remove the bezel. Stick the opening tool right underneath here, just like this. And you wanna twist it a little bit and work yourself around on the side. Go all around. You wanna hit those tiny click sounds. That's what you wanna hear. And you wanna do all around the front, on the side. Be gentle when you get near the switches. Very gentle. And go up to the camera section. There we go. And do the top portion. And there we have it. Now you can gently lift it up. So adhesive and bring it up. Put that one to one side. Alright. Now that we have everything disconnected, we're gonna remove the bottom cover here. So pretty much lift it up. You have the speaker. And as we can see from this one over here, the connector for this one, it's right over here. It's right under here. So we need to remove this charge port. Charge board, I will call it. So disconnect the antennas in here. Disconnect these other antennas. We're gonna lift it up that way. And we're gonna lift up the charge port from the back side. Gently. Bring it up. Slide it out. And there we go. There's a little tape right here. Alright. Now down here we can see the cable adapter which goes right through here to that side. So we're gonna lift it up and there we have it. So there's your connector. We need to, in order to pull it out from the other side, we gotta put alcohol to lift up this bottom one, but there's not enough clearance for it to go through. So what we're gonna do here is to put an alcohol so I can lift up this bottom board here. Actually, you don't need to. It's coming up pretty easy. If it struggles, put a little bit of alcohol, it blends it up. Now we can remove that from the other side. Let's go here and do the fun part. The fun part is removing the screen. So I'm going to start from one corner, put lots of alcohol. We're going to stick the opening tool between the screen and the bezel. And we're going to stick it right in there. Put gloves on and put some protection on your eyes so you don't break it. So you see it's coming lifting up. So I'm going to put an alcohol and I'm going to work it out the same way that we did with the cover. We're going to do it in here. You can see you don't need to heat it up. You don't need to do anything because the heat can damage the lens, the frame, the boarding, the plastics. So the alcohol is the best way to do it for this, and it's much safer. So I'm gonna lift it up. I'm gonna gently pull it back, and it will come out pretty easy. So there we have, and we have lots of glasses everywhere. All right, now that we got it, I can see a little bit of the glasses right in here. So I'm gonna put an alcohol. I don't want to cut it myself. Just gently lift it up and remove it. You can grab a cutter or a spatula. Let me see, where is my spatula here? I don't have my spatula right on hand. Where did it go? Let me find my spatula. There you go, I find it right over here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on the borders a little alcohol. I'm gonna clean up the borders here. So I can remove those old adhesive, dirt, everything that is in the corner. So we can remove everything. So the new screen can sit flush with the edges. You can see there's more glasses in here. You need to remove everything. Clean up the speaker holes right in here with a very pointy you need to clean up really nicely, clean it up. You can use a toothbrush to clean the rest. Alright, now we're gonna try to bend right in here, not the board, and try to straighten up the bezel a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, it is straightened up a little bit. So we're gonna try to put the screen right on top, and we're gonna do a test and see if it turns on. So first thing first, let's put this. We're not gonna remove anything from this side yet. First we need to test it out. So we're gonna put the screen on. Once put the screen down, we're gonna hook it up, put the other side down straight in. First, always do a test. If it's defective, then you can return the screen to the seller and get the new one. So first, place it over and to do testing first before you go gluing it on top. So always do this. Right, now that I got put everything in, I'm gonna plug in the battery and the power on. It's right in here, so I'm gonna place it on top. I'm gonna connect it right there. Oh, actually, this is the fingerprint sensor. I don't need to power it on to put this one on. I can just press it, hold it, and it just vibrates. And I see the Poco and it's loading up. So once it's working, you can wait to see if the touch is working, to make sure the touch for the LCD is working too before you power it on to do the rest of the replacement. So I'm gonna actually wait for it to load up so I can just make sure the touch is working before I continue to turn it off again. can see the touch, everything is working from up to down, brightness, volume, everything is working. So what I can do, hold down the power button or just disconnect the battery. So I'm gonna hold it and I'm gonna click shut down, and it's shutting down. All right, so now we know that it's working out. So we're gonna clean up the place here and we're gonna start assembling it together. All right, now that we're done with that, we're gonna start assembling. So first we need to go ahead and disconnect the battery. So I'm gonna pull it out with my nail, remove this one with my nail, use a tweezer to lift up this jack, antenna jacks. We're gonna remove that. We're gonna lift up the board. Be gentle with the board, don't stress it too much. And we are gonna disconnect this LCD flex from here. And we are gonna lift up the bottom flex so we can remove the LCD from there. LCD should fall off pretty easy. There we go. All right. First, let's put the glue right over here. So I'm gonna use this one. I don't know if this one is old. I don't know if it's dried up or not. So let's see if it has anything on it. No, it is good. It is good. All right. So we're gonna go all around and we're gonna apply this glue. Do not go over the top portion because that's the speaker exit. So you don't want to, if you go the top portion on the camera, you're going to cut the speaker and then you're not going to be able to hear anybody talking. So do not put the speaker portion, top portion. Skip that part. So make sure do not put anything from this corner to the center. This portion, you don't want to put anything. And put a tiny line on the side here. One in here on the casing. And one little bit in the center. One in the corner, little blob in there. So it holds us really nicely from every corner. I'm putting it in there. So that way it sticks in very nicely. Sometimes they do heat up and they put it on the side. They do heat up and they do detach, so you don't want that. Alright, so you can throw that. We're gonna grab the LCD. We're gonna detach this back portion. And we're gonna first gently put the connector through and bring down the rest of the LCD right on top and move it around, make sure it sticks right in there. Push up the corners, make sure it goes in. Once it's in there, put it straight face down on a flat surface. Push it down. While I'm holding the pressure on, I'm gonna try to assemble it. Alright, we're gonna connect the cable. It has to click in. It doesn't require too much force. Just be gentle. Put the charge board right in there. Close down the other flex cable right there, the bridge. With the tweezers, you can go ahead and hold it on top and push down the connectors for the cable for the antennas. Make sure you align them before you press on them. All right, it's in place. Put the speaker. It has to click in. Put this corner. There we go, nice click sound. Now we are gonna bring down this connector, plug it in there. Bring down this K housing, push it down. every corners on the side. Make sure you have nice sweet click sounds. You want to put one screw right first in the corner top portion. And then grab the camera housing. Before we put it, let's put this connector for the Touch ID. And then bring it down and put it right on top. And start putting up all the screws. So I'm going to fast forward this part. I'm just going to put all the screws that I can find, the screw holes. Okay, we're going to put a little bit more glue right at the back on the corners. Now we can grab the back cover, put it on top. Now you have two options in here. You can grab an elastics. You can grab it and put the elastics right on top, or put a heavy book, flat surface on top for at least 6 to 7 hours. After that, you can just clean up this adhesive at the sides. Do not peel them off yet. So let me see. It's working. Touch is working. And you'll be set to go. I got a little alcohol on my hand. And that's it. Again, I hope you guys liked this video and helped you guys out. If you have any question or requests, feel free to leave them in a video comment. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. For me, instead of putting elastics, I'll put these clips on top. They help me to hold it because we change a lot. You don't need to purchase this one to do it, but if you want to be really professional, you can grab these clips to hold them in place every few centimeters and different positions, so that way the screen stays with a nice firm grip. I'm just gonna put this one on, and that should cover up today's video. And I'm not tightening it up too much, just a little bit. And that's it. And this is how you can replace your display for your Poco X5 5G.